If I could say anything to you, it would be relax. It's gonna be okay, girl.
Hello guys, Ninjani. I hope you guys are good. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. If you're new here, hi, welcome. Igama lam dong Azana Jezile, and I'd really love it if you would subscribe to my channel. It is a good time here, I promise. Also, we are monetized on the channel, so please do not skip them ads. Lastly, please do turn on your post notifications so that you get notified every time I post a video. Let's get right into the story time. My voice is a bit messed up. I'm coming up with something, but I hope you guys are going to be able to hear me. I'm going to try and project my voice. So yeah, I've never done a story time before on my channel, so I'm very excited. I'm nervous at the same time because I watch a lot of story times on YouTube, and honestly my life is just not that interesting. It is not that interesting. But today I'm doing a story time on how I told my mother that I was pregnant. Okay guys, I got pregnant in 2015. I was doing my last and final year. I was doing my BTech at CBUT in Cape Town. That's where I was based at the time. And I told my then boyfriend, now my husband, honestly he was super chilled about it. He just knew what to say at the time. He just said all the right things, and also I just became at ease. I was like, oh, okay, cool, then it's fine, you know. He was really much on board. He didn't show that he was like going through the most. He didn't show that it was a stressful time. He was just like, okay, it's fine, it's whatever, it happened. How do we move forward? How do we move on from this? What do we need to do? When are we going to the clinic? He was just like, okay, cool, let's go. Like, so I didn't even have the time to dwell and be like in my feelings about it. But the moment I found out, I was very scared, nervous about telling my mother, right? That was the puzzle. You know, that was the puzzle. So yeah, so this happened, I think, around April of 2015. So go June, I went home for the holidays. I didn't have to say anything. I was not showing. I was definitely not going to say anything because one, I was not ready to tell her. Two, three, I'm scared. Okay, so I didn't say anything. I went back to Cape Town, and also guys, I'm sweating. Okay, it is 30 degrees and I'm sweating, like literally there is sweat dripping down. That's how hard it is, but I really want to shoot this video, so I'm gonna continue. So again, at the time, my then boyfriend, now husband, told his family, and that's when I started feeling the pressure because like I have to bite the bullet basically and come clean. And I spent so many days and so many sleepless nights just thinking of how am I gonna do it. Okay, the great thing is I'm in Cape Town, my mother is in East London, so I don't have to face her. So I'm not doing this thing face to face, right? So it's easier that way. So all I needed to do was to pick up the phone and call. It sounds so easy, but at the time I was like, yeah, I never, like, I feel like I was not ready, and I was scared of her reaction, just hearing the disappointment in her voice and everything. So I was not ready. Like, calling, I would call so many times and just make small talk and talk about other things, of which I knew the real reason why I was calling. So I just kept on calling and saying to myself, this is the day, this is the day, this is the day. Months went by. I think, I want to say I was probably, guys, I think I was about 4 months when I eventually told her. But imagine, like 4 months, like I'm calling, and every single time I'm like, okay, I'm hyping myself up, but okay, today's the day. Today is the day. Today is the day that I tell her. And then I couldn't, like, I could not do it. I could not do it. And then eventually one day I was like, you know what? It's time to put your big girl panties on and face the music. I was gonna call, but guys, the idea of calling, it was too much. It was a lot for me. I eventually decided. I took an executive decision. Me, myself, and I, the CEO, I took an executive decision in my mind that I was gonna send her a text. Yeah.
Azana.
I took my phone, I wrote a text, and I kept on writing and erasing and writing and erasing and writing. I couldn't even find the right words, like ndizotini. I then decided, okay, cool. Don't complicate it. Make it simple. This thing is simple. Just say what the issue is. What's the issue? What's the story? Right? I wrote, I am pregnant. Full stop. It is the full stop for me. Okay? Then in that moment, soon after that, I put my phone on flight mode.
What?
I'm not ready to even deal, let alone think about what the response is going to be and the lecture and the talk that's going to come with it, right? So I thought it was a good idea to put my phone on flight mode. So when my boyfriend came to my room, I told him I finally did it. I told my mom. He was like, wow, that's great. Like, how was it? What did she say? What was the response? When did you call her? I was like, I did not call her. I sent her a text. He was very, very shook. He was like, you did what? Like, yeah. It was either that or I come home and then she's just gonna see and she's just gonna know, like that. So I made the executive decision to send a text, and the text is gone, so it is what it is. Okay, cool. So what's the response? I don't know. My phone is on flight mode. So yeah, guys, I spent the whole day without my phone. Eventually I decided to put my mobile data on. And guess what? I had no missed calls, which was like, made me feel relieved. But did she see it? Did she not see it? And then I saw that on my messages, I have one new message. She responded, and the response was, okay. An O and a K and a full stop. Now I'm sitting there thinking, she's not giving me much. Like, what does this mean? Is that it? Like, you're not gonna elaborate? You're not gonna try and call me? Nothing. She just said, okay, full stop. And then the next day, my phone rings. And I am pacing. I am going up and I'm going down. Siyakhala ke manje. I must answer the phone. Yo, the one missed call. And the phone rang for the second time. And this time I knew, ma, this is the time. This is my moment. I need to answer this call. And I did. Hello. And my mother, she asked me how I was. She asked me about everything else under the sun but the issue. And now I'm sitting there like, are we gonna address this? She's sitting there like, because now I'm waiting for a reaction and I'm not getting a reaction, and that's making me more nervous. So she called, she asked me how I was, like she asked me about everything else under the sun but the topic, the matter at hand. She does not even touch that topic. Then I put the phone down. Now I'm confused, like, she did see my message because she responded and said, okay, full stop. But now why is she not addressing it? She called the next day like she would normally. We will speak like we would normally. And then a week or two went by. And then she called me. And then she asked me, we had our normal conversation. And then at the end, she said, do you go to the clinic? And I said, yes. She said, oh, okay. Good. And that was it. That was it. So that's when I got my second confirmation that, oh, she got the message the first time around. She's just choosing not to address it. Or she's just not addressing it. Or she just does not know what to say. Just like me. So now it was around November. It was almost exam time. I wrote a few exams because of the fees must fall thingy, strike thingy. I had to go home early because we were not writing anymore. I had to write some of my exams in Jan. So I went home. And I took a bus home. I could not even sleep because I was thinking, you know, this is reception. Are we finally going to address it in person? And no, when I got home, she did not say anything. Did not say anything. It was like we were cool. Am I missing something? The only time she addressed it was the time where they had to go to my boyfriend's place. Only then she asked me like, who's the father, and even that, she just asked me the name, the address, and then that was it. That was it. And then in January, my baby was born on the 16th of January. And guys, till this day, even when we're just chilling and hanging out, she does not even bring up the fact that I told her that I was pregnant via text. Nothing. That is my story. That is my mom. That is how my mom is. Like, she's not confrontational. If she has something to say, she wouldn't say it to your face. She would say it to everyone else but you. She goes through the corners. So yeah, that is my story time on how I told my mom that I was pregnant. That was the most difficult period of my life. I'm someone that's very, very close to my mom. She's literally my best friend. She's my G, she's my best friend, and that was honestly the hardest thing that I had to do. And yeah, also, you know how black parents are. She was not open about certain things. There's certain things that you don't discuss with your mother. And as much as we were best friends, there was always a line that I knew that I maybe could not cross this line, because we wouldn't talk about certain topics. So honestly and truly, it was not a matter of like I was disrespecting her or anything. It's just that I did not know how to wait to start, because no conversation of that nature was ever had. So at that time, I thought the best decision was to send a text, and I did. It's funny looking back, but at the time, it was not funny. It was not funny. But yeah, that is my story time. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Please like, please comment. Most importantly, please subscribe to my channel. Also, if you guys want some context on how me and my husband met, we have a video on our channel. I will link it down below in the description box of this video if you want to know the back story of how we met. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye bye.